last illustration that I made was in November 2025. Since then, I have not done anything artistic, but I have spent more hours on my phone day after day after day. Today I decided to replace my screen time with art, and by the end of the day, I should have a full illustration that I can share to my 0 billion followers on Tumblr. Yeah. But what do I draw? Monday, screen time 4 hours and 43 minutes. Pretty decent, not gonna lie. That should be easy. I'll be starting off with 25 minutes each session for 12 sessions in total. In the first segment, I tried to get my hands used to drawing again. But I noticed something different. My art library is limited. I can barely come up with art references in my head. Well, I'm not saying you don't have to draw without reference. It just makes it easier to know that I can come up with faces from imagination without having to open up Pinterest every single time I want to draw. Imagine this, you're stuck on an island with zero internet and only a sketchbook and a pencil. Well, I still had to open Pinterest because I have no memory of faces in my head. At this point, I felt like my art library wasn't the problem. It's my stiffness. My hands were too stiff. My lines were too stiff. And it's just really hard for me to draw the lines. So in my next session, I'll be focusing on just drawing simple objects, just to get my hands and mind comfortable with drawing. I also forced myself to get into drawing animals. And this is me still being stiff. It's time for me to take a break. No grass, but we got stones. That works, I guess. I think we're getting loose. My arm is loosening up and we're focusing more on the small details before getting to the bigger details first. I saw this shading technique on Mind of Wind's Instagram. It's something. I want to add this to my workflow. It really looks beautiful and just makes digital art feel like traditional art, not AI. I have never drawn dogs in my life. But this feels different. This feels like it's doable. Back then it just felt like it's a whole adventure to draw a dog. But now this feels incredible to draw. Quick question for all the dog lovers out there. Is this a Chihuahua? I think it's a Chihuahua. Let me know. And we shall post it on the Tumblr. And if you want to see those drawings, be sure to check out my Tumblr, will be linked in the description. Ladies and gentlemen, we're not yet done. The only reason why I'm doing this challenge is because I felt so sad that it's the start of the year and I haven't drawn anything. The whole of last year, 2025, I only made one drawing, which made me think that I was choosing art to become a maybe, a by the way, whenever I can. And even when I could, I didn't even draw anything. This time I realized that, hey, it still could be like a good hobby of yours. It still could be something that I love. It still could be something that I'm interested in. And it's something that I can do whenever I can. And I'm still good at it. My only fear was that when I come back to drawing again, I'll be very bad. I'll be like starting from the beginning, from where I started. But I came to realize I still hone the skills that I learned a few years back. It's coming to my 5th year drawing, self-taught on the side, and I'm really proud of myself. It really now makes sense, and I'm really proud of myself. I hope you enjoyed the video. I loved it too. I tried to make it as fun, cinematic. I don't know if it was cinematic, but I tried to make it fun. But I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Be sure to be sure to like and subscribe. Thumbs up.